Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and Godot 4 just got a new ability. It is now able to make movies. Now this is a little bit different than just screen capture, as we will explain in just a minute, but let's just go hands-on and show you how this works. So here we are at a Godot launch screen. I'm going to go ahead and use Trucktown. This is available in the samples projects from GitHub for Godot 4. I'll show you how to go ahead and get these later on. It's a very straightforward sample. It kind of gives you the ability to drive a car around the scenes. I'll give you an example here. So tractor trailer. We're going to go ahead, drive it around the scene like so. Pretty straightforward example. You'll notice there's no audio in that example. We'll change that in just a minute. All right, so with that in place, let's go and take a look at how you can actually create a movie from your game. So what you want to do here, see there's this new button over here, this movie maker button. That is the magic sauce. What we need to do is go into our project settings. Of course, this requires Godot 4. I'm using a nightly build, or you can build it yourself. Scroll on down, and you will now find Editor has Movie Writer as an option. What you do is come in here and pick a location for it. So let's go to the temp folder like so, and my movie goes here. Well, it'll be automatically. It's going to be, by the way, AVI or a sequence of ping files. So we'll go ahead and create that as an AVI, and we are good to go. You also have the option of setting the frame rate. This is relevant even if you have a crap computer. Since this is sort of being rendered offline, it can render at whatever frame rate you wish. You can also have VSync turned off or on. All right, so we're good to go, 60 frames per second, and we will close our video now. So if you want to go ahead and record with the gameplay, what you do is you just turn this on and then press play. So now that this is running, we'll go ahead and start running our game. We'll go around, drive in the world. Now you'll notice I don't have my computer set to fast mode, so it is really slow right now. This is driving at probably 5 or 10 frames per second while it's recording. Well, this ultimately doesn't matter. So you notice we're running very slow. This is because I've got my computer artificially bogged down right now to showcase how this works. So we're going to go over here. We will go to the temp directory right here, temp. There is our new movie right here. It was just generated. It's an AVI file. Now, one thing you may find, for me, when I first recorded, it wouldn't play in the Windows default media player applications. Basically, the codec doesn't work. But now you'll notice it's going ahead and recording. Here, I'll finish my original thoughts. I had to install VLC Player, which installed the FFmpeg codec. So if you have problems playing these, either try playing it with the VLC Player or install the FFmpeg codecs, and it'll work just fine on Windows 10. But you'll notice as it's playing here, it is running at a smooth 60 frames per second. So this is actually rendering it offline at whatever frame rate you specify. What's nice about this is even if you have somewhat of an inferior machine and you want to record your gameplay running at a very high quality, you can record it this way. The other thing that this is obviously used for is for creating films directly in your game engine. So if you're doing the whole Machinima thing like red versus blue, that is what this is ultimately designed for. There's also systems in places for having multiple scenes that it will flip through, just to be aware that you have that functionality as well. So one thing you'll notice here, no audio in that example. Let's go ahead and we'll just pick, I dropped a file in the scene. So I'm just going to go here. We'll load up our town scene like so. We'll just go ahead and add a audio stream player like so, and just have some background music. So I got this Ogg Vorbis file in here. We'll drop that into the stream category. It will autoplay, turn it on. So here's the sound we're playing with. I don't know if I'm doing volume recording. So here, let me turn my mic. All right. Okay, so that's the sound that we should have when we play this. It's not going to actually show up when I stream this, which I don't really understand. So here you can see I'm still in movie mode. I'm going to go ahead and press play. So we've got that new sound in here with autoplay turned on. We will save our scene, go back to car select, and play. All right, so come in here, grab our tractor trailer. Now you'll see I'm driving around. Again, my frame rate is terabad. Very, very bad frame rate. Again, I'm artificially throttling the machine. I'm running this on energy saver mode. But you see, oh, I'm stuck. Okay, doesn't really matter. Frame rate is not great, but that does not matter in this mode because this records at whatever mode you tell it to. So if I said 30 frames per second, this will be recording at 30 frames per second. Really, this part is only just for the interactive portions of your movie that you want to control yourself will be done. But you'll notice as I am playing this, no audio is being played. However, if I go back to the movie, so it's this guy right here, you'll notice it's substantially bigger. And again, turn my mic so you can hear it. There you go. So you do get audio. I don't know why when you're playing it, you don't get audio. I don't know if that's a bug or a feature or whatever, but it is one thing I've noticed. When you're running it in play mode, no audio is actually being played. But that is the project. If you're interested to learn a little bit more about it, the GitHub pull request details are all available right here. So it allows you to run the in-game movie writer mode. Again, pretty simple. You just toggle it on in the top right corner like we saw earlier on. So to enable this guy, again, just go up here, turn this guy on, go over here, project settings, movie writer, and you can set it up over here. So it ensures an entirely stable frame rate. So whatever frame rate you specify is the frame rate it's going to play at, not necessarily the real-time playback frame rate. If disabled in VSync, it can save movies faster than the game is run. But if you want to control the interaction, it can get difficult. Implements a simple default MJPEG writer AVI. So again, when I first did this, it did not work for me with the way it was encoded. So I had to install a codec pack to get it to work right on Windows 11. And implement the ability to compress images as JPEGs. Feature has two main use cases, saving game video in high quality, ensuring the frame rate is completely stable. And you can use Godot as a tool for creating movies and animations, which is getting more and more common these days. So if you wanted, you actually produce your movie inside of a Godot scene, have everything completely scripted and record it at a fixed frame rate using Movie Maker, that is what it is all about. So again, you toggle it up here. If you turn on the advanced settings, you should also be able to set up a couple of different options here. Also, under the node, you can set metadata and have multiple different scenes available right here. So for running standalone scenes, it's possible to specify custom move files for each by adding a movie file metadata to the root node. And you can also run this from the command line. There are a few limitations. So it is limited to 4 GB video files due to AVI format. That hasn't been worked around yet. And some optimization could definitely happen as well. So that is the Movie Maker functionality that was added to Godot 4. Again, Godot 4 only, and this was just added about just over a week ago, so you're going to need to do either a nightly build, wait for the next alpha release or beta release of Godot 4, or download from GitHub and build from source yourself. So also, if you're interested, that truck project I got is from the Godot GitHub, the Godot demo projects folder. It's available right there. Keep in mind, this is Godot 4, so what you're going to want to do is switch to the 4.0 dev branch before you clone it. If you don't know, from the command line, when you run your command to basically git clone this guy right here, just add -B and then a space, and then 4.0-dev when you're doing your checkout. And that project is available inside of there. So if you want to play around with it and you want to use an example project, that is what I used for this project. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the new Movie Maker mode built into Godot 4. Let me know what you think of it. Very simple to use. It does slow down your computer to a certain degree, but it does guarantee you a fixed frame rate result. So if you're wanting to record the best quality video game footage of yours, you can do it this way. Or if you've got an inferior machine and you're only running a game, say at like 10 or 15 frames per second, well, Movie Maker mode, you can record at whatever frame rate you want because the recording isn't happening in real time. Kind of a useful feature there. Or if you're doing the whole Machinima thing and you want to use Godot as your authoring engine, it gives you that functionality as well. Let me know what you think of this one. Comments down below. I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.